Chapter 2: Building Your Personal Action Systems. Now that you understand systems, not motivation, are the foundation of real results, it's time to move to the most important step: how to build a personal system of action that works for you every day, without inspiration, without overexertion, without perfect conditions. I didn't learn this from books, I learned it from failure. It was in those moments when I didn't have time, wasn't in the mood, or didn't feel like it, that I realized I didn't need more willpower. I needed a system. Your personal system is your second brain. Let me explain. A system of action is what turns your goals into behavior, automatically and naturally. No daily resistance, no exhausting battles with procrastination. A system is a tool that takes over some of your decision-making and does it better than you would in a state of fatigue, doubt, or distraction. It's your second brain, the one that kicks in when your first one is overwhelmed by fear, social media, or emotions. The three components of a personal action system. 1. Your trigger, the launch point. This is the clear moment that initiates the action. Example: after I drink coffee, I write down 3 goals for the day. A trigger works like a switch. You no longer debate whether you feel like doing it. You just enter action mode. 2. Your algorithm, the sequence. This is a predictable, repeatable, logical structure. When, time, where, location, how, step by step, how long, time limit. Example: every morning from 7 to 7:30 a.m., I write 500 words for my blog under a pen name. It allows for more honest communication with the audience. No phone, instrumental music only, just writing, no editing. Your feedback, the check-in. A system without feedback is like running blindfolded. Track what you did, mark your progress. Close the day with intention. This is your internal compass to tell you whether the system is working or needs adjustment. A system isn't restriction, it's freedom. Many people think systems are boring, they're rigid, they limit creativity. But actually, it's the opposite. Having a system frees your energy. You no longer waste willpower fighting yourself. You're not forcing yourself, you're simply executing the plan. You're not convincing yourself, you're following your own rhythm. Your brain begins to treat the action as part of normal life, not stress. And that's exactly why the result becomes inevitable. How to build your first system right now. Here's a simple exercise. I call it the 1-1-1 system. True, one action you want to automate, e.g., reading, writing, working out. One trigger to launch it, after coffee, after a shower, after your commute. Source a one place and time where it will happen, kitchen at 8 a.m., desk at 7 p.m. Write it down now. Test it for 7 days. Don't seek perfection, seek consistency. Example: my first personal system. When I decided to create a daily learning practice, I didn't start with the ambitious goal of reading 100 books a year. My system was simple. After brushing my teeth in the morning, I'd read 10 to 20 pages. Always on paper. No phone, just a pen for notes. I'd summarize one idea in a notebook. It was basic, even primitive, but it triggered a snowball effect. Within 3 months, I was studying 1.5 to 2 hours a day, not because of effort, but because of habit. Conclusion: your system is your freedom. Millionaires don't build their lives on emotions. They build personal operating systems that work for them. While others are getting inspired, they're following their system. While others are waiting for the right moment, they're taking action. Your first system can be small, but it will give you control, stability, and real power. How to build a system that works even when you're exhausted. Inside each of us live 2 versions of ourselves. The first one is inspired, energized, and goal-oriented. It sets goals, makes plans, writes lists. The second one is tired, irritated, and drained. It procrastinates, scrolls endlessly, eats that extra slice of pizza and says, "I'll do it tomorrow." And you know what? It's the second version that determines who you'll become in life. That's why the key to real progress is building a system that works, not when you feel great, but when you feel awful. A system that withstands fatigue. When I first heard this idea, it broke me. I used to create morning routines, set 5 a.m. alarms, plan rituals for success, read books about productivity, but all of that collapsed the moment I didn't sleep well, caught a cold, had a bad day, or simply wasn't in the mood. My systems were beautiful, but fragile. They depended on whether I felt in good shape. A real action system should not rely on perfect days, but work reliably on ordinary ones. It should function when you're drained, unfocused, and uninspired, and that's when it delivers the biggest results. 5 rules for building an anti-fragile system. 1. Make the minimum your new normal. I started with a principle. 1% is better than 0%. Can't do a 60-minute workout? Do 5. Can't read a full chapter? Read 1 paragraph. Can't write an article? Write 1 sentence. This isn't cheating. It's preserving momentum. Movement only truly stops when you stop entirely. 2. Automate your first steps. Your tired self doesn't want to think, so the first step should be automatic, obvious, and easy. Put your book on your pillow. You'll reach for it instinctively. Place your sneakers by the door. After work, no excuses needed. Just starting is 80% of the win. The rest follows naturally. 3. Make poor performance acceptable. Successful people allow themselves to do things badly, but consistently. Not perfectly, but done. Not enthusiastically, but in motion. Not proudly, but steadily. Because consistency without perfection builds real power. And chasing perfection? It breaks you. 4. Eliminate reliance on motivation. Motivation is like the weather. Here today, gone tomorrow. A system is like a calendar. It works regardless of the forecast. Forget I'm inspired or I'm not in the mood. Success isn't about desire. It's about having an action system that works regardless of desire. 5. Set up insurance from your past self. Evening you is weaker, so morning you must prepare for that moment. Lay out your gym clothes. Write tomorrow's to-do list. Open the browser tab with what you need. Leave yourself a voice memo. Hey, I know you're tired. Just do it. For us. It's like sending a message from your stronger self to your weaker one, and it works. Conclusion. Build a system that becomes your autopilot. You won't always be energetic, you won't always be focused, and you certainly won't always be perfect. But if you create a system that allows for bad days, minimizes resistance, doesn't depend on motivation, and keeps momentum, even at 1%, then that system won't just help you succeed. It will make success inevitable. Algorithms for self-learning, financial order, and health. When I talk about success as a system, I don't just mean discipline. True success is a set of personal algorithms that run your life on autopilot. Today, we'll explore 3 key areas where these algorithms change everything: self-learning, financial control, and health. Because if you have a system that consistently fuels your brain, manages your money, and keeps your body in peak form, everything else becomes a natural byproduct. Self-learning, the algorithm for endless growth. The wealthiest people I know don't read books because they love reading. They read because they understand a simple truth. Your value in the marketplace equals the speed at which you learn. But it's not about how much you read. It's about how you read. Here's my self-learning algorithm. 1 powerful idea per day. Not a whole book, course, or video. Just 1 idea. If every single day you absorb 1 thought that shifts your perspective, you'll be a different person in a year. Implementation system. I keep a new algorithms journal where I log what I've tried in real life, because knowledge equals 0, action 100. Reinforcement loop. If an idea truly transforms me, I revisit it on day 7, day 30, and day 90. That's how you reprogram your mind. It's like a micro-upgrade system, 1% progress a day with no breaks. Eventually, your brain starts operating on a whole new level. Financial order. The algorithm of control. I've always been amazed by how many talented people can't break through to financial freedom, not because they're lazy or foolish, but because they lack a system for tracking and making money decisions. Millionaires don't save on cappuccinos. They control cash flow. Here's my basic financial order algorithm. 1. The 5-account rule. Main account, income plus fixed expenses. Savings account, minimum 10%. Investment account, emergency fund, joy budget for guilt-free spending. 2. Monthly financial upgrade day. Review income and spending. Analyze what's working versus what's leaking. Set new financial goals. 3. The 10-second rule before spending. Pause. Breathe. Ask, does this improve my life? Or is it just a quick dopamine hit? Your finances aren't about money. They're about the habit of strategic thinking. Wealth isn't in income. Wealth is in structure. Health, the system that fuels everything else. I didn't realize how important this was until I lost control. Burnout, insomnia, fatigue. At one point, I realized success without health is failure in a fancy wrapper. So I built a health system that doesn't rely on motivation. Here's my daily algorithm. Morning wake up, no phone for the first 30 minutes. Glass of water plus breathing exercises, 10-minute walk outdoors. Minimum 2 body positive actions before 9 a.m. Fruit, movement, water, posture. Minimum 7 hours of sleep, non-negotiable. Above all, urgent tasks. This isn't a healthy lifestyle. It's a structure that guarantees daily energy, because when your body is your ally, not your enemy, you think sharper, sleep deeper, and act more consistently. Conclusion: a system is care for your future self. I discovered something that forever changed my view of discipline. A system isn't a restriction. It's a form of love for your future self. Motivation fades. Inspiration disappears. But if you create personal algorithms that guide your growth, self-learning, well-being, financial order, energy, health systems, then every day you'll become a better version of yourself, without burnout, without inner battles, without waiting for the right moment.